Hey, but we talking about switching up schemes and just people coming out of nowhere saying some outlandish things. Some people may say it's outlandish, but if you're a fan of the team, you're gonna think he gonna sell you a dream. Ryan Shazier, you know that name, Vaughn. I
Everybody
know
know
that
that
name.
name.
I know that name. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted the Cowboys to draft him. I'm a little upset, but he came out and said Kenny Pickett will be a legend. Now, when I first heard this, I thought you said this because I know you got a bet out there. But I had to read it again. It said Ryan Shazier. I was like, oh no, that's Vaughn, man. The letters can't be mixed up. You may be a little dyslexic, but you ain't that crazy. But I'm gonna start it off with you, Vaughn. What's your take on that?
I feel what Ron Shazier is saying though. Um, if you look back at our last quarterback we had, Big Ben, nobody thought he was gonna be great after his first year. I mean, he won the Super Bowl, but a lot of people were saying he had like the worst Super Bowl stats ever. I think that Super Bowl, terrible. Our defense carried us really in our run game. We had Jerome Bettis still. I mean, what made him great? What made Ben great was his toughness. It was hard to get him down, and he was fighting. He was a fighter. And I see the same thing with Kenny Pickett. What makes you great, I mean, of course, you got to have longevity of playing at a high level, but what makes you great are the moments that you create. And Kenny Pickett already gave us a couple moments his rookie season. Go back to his start against the Bills. He getting into it with the defensive tackles. I think I forgot his name. The defensive tackle over there. I mean, that shows his fire that he has. His willing to get up in there. You see the play against the Browns. No, it's the Bengals. It's the Bengals when Najee Harris broke a 40-yard run, and all you see is Kenny Pickett running, trying to be a lead blocker for him. That's the type of stuff that us Steelers fans and real, true NFL fans really like. The type of quarterback that'll sit in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver a strike downfield. He's a fighter. He's a leader, and I feel like his work ethic is second to none. A lot of people talk about Jalen Hurts, about how he is so much of a leader. He has that hold on before I go. He didn't smack Bettis. Bettis had one foot on the ground. He was juking when he
Stop the
hit him.
cap.
So come on now, Kev. Stop capping. So so I just feel like he's going to be a legend because of his work ethic. Like just like a Tom Brady. He don't have the strongest arm. He's not the fastest, not the strongest, not the biggest, but he has that work ethic. If you listen to everybody around training camp, especially the new guys we bring over, like the Allen Robinson, the Isaac, the guy from the guard that played with the Eagles, that played alongside Jason Kelsey, and Kelsey even said he's one of the smartest guards in the league, one of the best in the league. He's coming out saying, "Hey, this guy reminds me a lot of Jalen Hurts with his leadership. The guy he sees eye to eye with everybody on the team. So like you go as your quarterback go, and he's a great leader. And I feel like that's what's going to elevate him and lead him into being a legend. The guy, I mean, he works nonstop. All you see is him working with his receivers after practice and all that kind of stuff. And I love him, man. I think he's really a fighter. Last year, everybody's looking at last year, but come on now, as a rookie getting thrown in the fire with an offensive coordinator who really didn't know what kind of plays to call for you. Offensive line started off so bad with Mr. Trubisky. It was so bad. Stephen A didn't say nothing about the Steelers all year last year, except for how bad our line was. That's the only thing he ever said all year was how bad our offensive line was. Then, what was I about to say? Then he just finding his way. You know, he don't get no reps with the receivers all year because you get Mr. Trubisky and things like that starting taking all the first team reps. Now this year he comes in, he gets all his reps. He's very confident, and I think he's about to start his tear. A lot of things is a lot of people didn't think last year's quarterback draft was that deep, but I feel like he's going to prove everybody wrong. Not about saying that it's deep, but just saying that they pretty much said wasn't no good quarterbacks. But we got Kenny Pickett coming out this year. I think he's gonna have a great year. I think your boy Joe Sam Howell gonna have a good year as well. So they're gonna prove a lot of people wrong. But as far as Kenny Pickett, he's exactly what the Steeler Nation wants, Steeler Nation needs. He has that grit, that hard work, and he's a fighter, man. And I think that is what's gonna make him a legend.
Hey man, look, you tried to make a bet with me about is Kenny Pickett gonna have a better season than Dak. I said, bro, I don't know too much about the guy, so I'm gonna let I'm gonna chill. But
Smart move.
Dak gonna shut some people too up, man. But like you said, it's about Pickett. You want to know why I agree with Ryan Shazier about why he could potentially be a legend? Let me read something off. 156 and 90. That's a coach record. Mike Tomlin. That's it right there. What you said about Big Ben when he first came into the league, it was more like nobody really believed in Big Ben. But when you got a coach like that on the sideline, I don't think the Steelers have yet to have a losing season. Even if y'all don't make the playoffs, y'all still have a winning record. This guy came in last year. You know, I did my film on him. I did a little bit of film. You told me I ain't watch. I didn't, so I had to go look him up. You know, seven touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Again, getting thrown into the fire and only throwing 9 interceptions. You kind of, that means you're a little level headed, especially at the speed the NFL is compared to college. Ended it with a 7-6 record, but for me, the pieces they added, again, they gave him Allen Robinson, they got Claypool out of there. That was a he was just holding y'all back for real. And you see what happened when he went over to Chicago. But his work ethic plus Mike Tomlin plus just what I know the Steelers can do when they actually have a quarterback back there is why I think Ryan Shazier is not too off. I'm gonna say you got too much dip on your chip right now, but 2 years from now you can come back to this video and be like, "I told you so, Tomo." But I'm gonna give him his just due for now. Go ahead, Joe.
All right, I got a question, Javon. How many games Pickett played last year?
I believe he played.
He played 13.
12. I think, but one game he got out like the first drive against the Ravens.
Let's say 13. You're telling me that Dak Prescott almost doubles interceptions with less games?
Hey, come on now. This ain't gonna be that. This ain't that.
I see why you're confident that he's gonna have a better year than Dak.
Hey.
All right, look. Sorry, Donnell. You got a comment. I know he is. All right, look. Man, I agree. Come on, man. Why we all gotta agree on this one? Listen, man. I get it. I get why he's saying this, man. You know, Tomo, I was going to take your route, Mike Tomlin. First of all, for a player to be great, let's look at Ben Roethlisberger. The reason why Roethlisberger is considered great because he won Super Bowls. That's it. He never won MVP. I don't think he ever won All-Pro. Mistake me if he has. I don't think he ever led a league in passing yards, led a league in passing TDs. None of that stuff. What make people don't even put. He got more rings than Peyton Manning as a leader. Manning got 2, but you know that last one he was on for the ride. But he got more rings than a lot of quarterbacks that we put above Ben Roethlisberger. But he's great. He's a winner. Kenny Pickett. Look at his situation. He walks into a situation, like you said, Tomo, with a coach who never had a losing record, ever. All right? Let's start there. And he's trying to live up to the hype. No matter what, if they on the verge of losing, he going all out that last game. I don't care what's going on, all right? So that's one thing. The culture is set. We ain't got to worry about the culture. Number 2, they got a great defense. What Roethlisberger had when he showed up, great defense. He went 15-0 his first year. I remember that. Came in 15-0.
Trash, too.
And like Javon said, won a Super Bowl, and they say he got carried. You know, I think he played well in the Super Bowl. Both Super Bowls he played well.
Not the first one.
The second one he did though.
Second one he did, yeah.
Yeah, he balled out. Right. So yeah, they got a great defense. TJ Watt, arguably the best defensive player in the league, right? TJ Watt. And then he got weapons, right? It's something he does have, right? We know he got Najee Harris. We know he got Deontay Johnson, George Pickens. They got Allen Robinson on their roster now, a guy who wasn't really used last year for real. All right. I like their tight end. All right. So they got weapons. And the man got poised. We saw it last year. He had the most clutch drives by a rookie in NFL history, I think, in his rookie season last year, right? So he's clutch. And he's a leader. Off season, who's hitting the team up? It's Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett showed signs of being a leader. So I see why a Steeler will say that this Steeler quarterback will be a legend. So I ain't mad at it for real. So yeah, Javon, I agree.
Can you bring up Mark comment about them interceptions?
Uh-oh.
I want to educate him because I could tell he didn't watch. So do y'all know his first 5 starts up to the Eagles game, he threw 8 interceptions? I know that, right? Let me tell you the teams he played against. The Jets, He threw 3 interceptions that game. The Bills threw 1. The Dolphins, he threw 3. I told you that's why we lost to the Dolphins by 6 points. 3 interceptions. And the Eagles, 1. That's 8. And those are pretty good teams he played against, though, I would say. Second half of the season, he threw 1 interception. So that's some context for you, Mark. Yes, when he got thrown in the fire, we was discombobulated. We ain't know what was going on. Najee Harris, foot injury. OC was scared to call the right plays. My bad, y'all. I'm getting a little fired up over here. Once I talk about my boys, hold on. I feel terrible because I ain't even got my towel on me. Oh, no.
Call about to light the comments up.
What's going on? See, this is why I know he's going to be. This is the last thing I'm going to say. And I agree with everything you said, Joe. He's going to be a winner. Winning is really what's going to put him on the map as being great. Because at the end of the day, you ain't got to have the best stats. If you got them rings and you got them wins, hey, you a legend. You got them moments, and I think he's going to do it all. Our defense last year was top 10 in scoring without TJ Watt playing all year. And with Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky not really elevating the offense. So this year, I feel like with our offense being steady and we can be an aggressor instead of just sitting back waiting for people to attack us. We can go smack people in their face. We're going to do it, man. So this is for all the non-believers, Kev, Mark, Big O, any O, you're going to take an L on this. Because I tell you right now, Kenny Pickett is here, and he ain't moving. Hey, and last thing I'm going to say, I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, we see the difference between Kenny Pickett and Dak. Kenny Pickett talking about elevating. Dak talking about he ain't going to play bad. I ain't going to throw 10 interceptions again this year. Come on, man. Hey, my bad, Tomo. You had to catch that one.
I know.
Stop the cap.
Let's move on, man, because I got to defend my brothers, man. I got to defend. Hey, if Dak would have never came out and said that about the 10 interceptions, I had a better leg to stand on. But hey, we're gonna see what baby hands do this season. So we're gonna move on. Since we talking quarterbacks, man. We talking quarterbacks. These guys here, they just jumped another